So this is the Draper we've come to look at. No, actually, no, it's this one back here.
This is a learning experience, guys. We're looking at a HoneyBee Draper. Not a bad looking old header. Belts need replaced. It floats up and down on them big springs and does like this with contour master, and then you control how much it flexes with them chains. We started looking at these. One of the guys that come help take our part sprayer apart, he runs one. He said he's had really good luck with us, and he looked at our ground and said that he was a lot more rolling than us. So
Would you have to, when cutting wheat, would you have to tighten them all the way up? Or?
he'd probably lock them up tighter, I imagine. It's got the owner's manual in there with the header. But they've been cutting, they cut soybeans with it. The adapter, ours will mount right up. We'll have to get the adapter for our PTO shaft, and we'll either have to convert this to multi-point or our combine to single point. And only other thing I don't know about it don't have automatic header height on it. But we're ingenuitive enough. I think we can rig something up for automatic header height.
It's a direct drive.
It's direct drive on that auger. I'm sure it's got a slip clutch somewhere. Alright, I like that about it. Then you got all your motors. Oh, alright, it comes in here, and this is a gearbox, and these gears come up here and drive the pumps. And then you got a direct chain drive to your feed auger. Alright, I like that. Paint's coming off of it a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, paint's pretty dang good on it. It's got its own trailer made in it. I doubt we use that, but we got it if we need it. One thing I don't like about it is these freaking SCH guards and sections. I hate them dang things. We had a 218 John Deere header that somebody converted to that, and why they wasted their money doing that, I will never know. If we buy it, I imagine we're gonna put John Deere guards, sections, and wear plates on it, I imagine. Me and Robert don't know how we feel about the hydraulic drive knife. It's got a flip over reel. I like that about it. And then it's got metal steel, got steel tying teeth, real teeth. I like that about it. These steel teeth, if you bend one of them, all you gotta do is just bend her back. And that old 922 of ours was terrible about that with them plastic fingers. You hit a wad up and it bend your fingers. I might have mentioned it, but it's got its own header trailer built into it. Imagine once we get it home, we won't use that. Which we gotta get it bought first, I guess. The belts. I don't think that belt is that bad, but that belt down there kind of looking rough. Somebody said the belts for them ain't really that bad on price. The floor back there, it's in good shape. Only bad thing about it is it's wore the heads of the rivets off back there, but that's got them newer style rollers. The hell, they all froze up where it ain't been used in a while. We'd have to bring that home, spray them down with penetrating oil. It's rusty, but I mean, it's been sitting under the shade. I mean, you're gonna get some humidity and stuff, especially down south here, and make stuff rust. Hell, it don't look like the old header's really been run that much, to be honest with you. Because it ain't even got the paint wore off the center there. But tell them what you were saying, Robert, about how this was an excellent place to come.
At least we had 3 of them to compare it to. We got a MacDon and a brand new John Deere Draper, so we compare and contrast.
I think this is what they call a golden doodle, aka a mutt.
A high-priced mutt.
Well, good thing my wife ain't here. She'd be losing her absolute flipping mind. I'm gonna send her a Snapchat and tell her I bought her a dog, see what she does. Goldie. Look at that, he sits. Goldie.
Got nicer and bruiser.
Well, we bought it. That was money well spent on that Jag. Says 80 PSI.
What's got in it?
42 and a half. Put 50 in them, we'll pull it out and pull it up, see what they look like. I don't know how this is gonna go, guys. We're 2 hours from the house. I don't know how fast we're gonna be able to pull this thing. I'm hoping at least 55. If not, it's gonna be a long ride home. I could probably even handle 40. I just hope the old tires on it get us there today. They ain't bad tires, but
Been sitting a while.
they've been sitting a long time. We aired them up. I think they hold, you put 80 in them, I put 60 in them. I was afraid we put 80 in them cold and get them running down the highway and suckers get hot and pop. Well, the old Draper head is here in the shop. The old HoneyBee. I've done a lot of reading on them. It seems like people either love them or hate them. There's no in between. Nothing else. If it don't work for cutting soybeans, we'll just keep it and cut weight with it. But it's got the, it's got the floating adapter. It'll float up and let the header float up and down with the contour of the ground. It'll let it rock side to side like Contour Master. One thing we may possibly look at, and we probably will, is putting the hydraulic cylinder kit there where you can rock the angle of the guards, tilt them back or forward to adjust your cut on the ground. It's just got a lot of hydraulics on it. That's one thing that concerns me. I think we are going to convert our combine to a single point. It's not going to take much more money to convert the combine to a single point than converting this header to a multi-point. So, you can just take that valve block there, plug straight in the combine, flip that lever over, and you're ready to go. Just one drive shaft to hook up. This header has a built-in trailer. It's only one pin to pull them back wheels off, and then you just slide your tongue in and then just set your jack off and you're ready to go. Me and Robert's gonna get it out here and play with it one day, and we're gonna see how much trouble that is to do. If it ain't much trouble, we ain't gonna mess with putting this thing on the header trailer. We just gonna slap them wheels on it. I don't know how much trouble that'll be every time, but it can't be much more aggravating than having to set a header on the trailer. I absolutely hate setting a header on the trailer. I think we may go on and put new Draper belts on it. Guys that's run Drapers, what do y'all think about the shape of them belts? Can you get a year or so out of them, or then they go and replace them? The man I bought this header from, he said when he was running 9600s, he said he's always had 2 combines. But he said when he was running 9600s, he went and bought a brand new flex header, John Deere flex auger header, to try. And he said he ran it 1 year and hated it. And he went back and hooked up to his old HoneyBee headers, which he had a HoneyBee header for rice. But he went back to using this HoneyBee to cut beans with it. This old header's been sitting under a barn for about 2 or 3 years. He hadn't used it. I've been looking at it and been watching it. It's been on Tractor House for a while. And I knew what they was asking for it. And I told Robert, I said, we'll go take a look at it. I said, I'm gonna make him an offer. I said, it might make him mad, but I said, it's been on Tractor House for a while and he may be ready to move it. We went down there and made him an offer, and we kind of jewed back and forth a little bit.
Daddy, please remind me.
Got her some pretty yellow flowers. But the reason he sold the HoneyBee is he said that he went to S680s, and 25-foot head on the S680 just ain't a lot. So he went up to a 30-foot and bought a brand new John Deere RD30L, 30-foot flex Draper. And that's really not that big of a header on the S680. He said, he sounded a lot like me. He said he just likes to do things a little different. Said which they're down in Arkansas a lot more open. He said that they can move around some with their headers on like that. We didn't give a lot for the old header. So if it don't work for cutting beans, I guess I'll just keep the darn thing cut wheat with it. And then that way I don't have to worry about getting under there and putting them bolts in my header and having to lock it up. I hope it works. It's a 25-footer. We'll gain 3 foot. I've been researching this 2 or 3 years, looking for an affordable header for a small combine. And I just ain't found no definite answer. Some will say it'll work, and some will say it won't. Well, by golly, we're gonna find out on this channel, and you will have a definite answer, yes or no, whether it's gonna work. I'm gonna quit talking about the header, and we're gonna go do some wheat scouting and count some tillers on some wheat. So if you like agronomic stuff, this will be a good part of the video to stay around and watch that part.